Welcome back to week 3 of our Body Transformation Challenge. Each week, we're stacking small wins, better sleep, cleaner meals, and stronger workouts. Last week, we started to find our rhythm. This week, we're learning how to sustain it, even when motivation starts to fade.
Yeah, week 3 is that point where excitement wears off a little and discipline has to take over. But this is where real progress starts, where you build momentum that lasts.
Now let's talk about rest and recovery. Sleep this week was honestly the hardest part for me. I've been staying up a bit later than I should, and it caught up to me in my lifts. It reminded me that recovery isn't optional, it's part of the training. When I sleep well, I perform better. My focus is sharper, and my energy lasts throughout the day.
Yeah, same here. I think it's easy to underestimate how much recovery plays into results. We're training hard, tracking macros, but if we're not resting right, we're limiting our growth. So, going into week 4, I want to focus on better sleeping habits, no phone before bed, consistent bedtime, and actually winding down instead of just crashing.
Exactly. Recovery is where the growth happens, not just in the gym. Okay, let's talk about diet and macros. Diet was probably the biggest improvement this week. I've been more intentional with my meals, planning ahead, keeping my protein consistent, and cutting out some of the mindless snacking. It's starting to feel easier, not because I'm eating less, but because I'm eating smarter.
Yeah, I've been doing the same. I'm not perfect every day, but I've noticed how much better I feel when I eat clean. My energy levels are more stable and I don't crash midday. I also started paying more attention to hydration. It's such a small thing, but it changes everything.
It's all about momentum. Each week, we're locking in habits that make the next week easier to manage. Now let's talk about the training and workouts. This week's trainings hit differently. I focused on intensity and control instead of chasing numbers. I tried to really feel every rep, full range, clean form, slow negatives, and that's the goal. It's not just about lifting heavy, it's about lifting with purpose.
I did the same. I lowered the weights a little bit on some lifts just to really find that muscle connection. It's crazy how much harder a set feels when you do it with full control. I'm already noticing my strength creeping up, not dramatically, but in small, steady ways.
Yeah, this was also the first week I felt more confident in the gym. Less hesitation, more focus. The routine's kind of becoming second nature to us.
Exactly. The body adapting, but it's the mind. It's like each session is sharpening us a bit more.
Okay, let's talk about mindset and reflection. So, for this week, the mentality was all about consistency. There were days where I didn't feel like training, but that's when the discipline took over. I realized that motivation's eventually going to run out, but if I have consistent habits and, like we mentioned, consistency, then we'll keep up the momentum.
So I think this is where most people fall off around week 3. But the truth is, if you just stay consistent, you'll outlast everyone who stops when it gets hard. That's the mindset we're building, not perfection, just persistence.
It's starting to feel like we're not just transforming our bodies, we're transforming our routines, our focus, and even how we think about progress.
So that wraps up week 3 of our Body Transformation Challenge. This week was all about pushing through that mid phase, staying consistent even when it wasn't easy.
We've improved our workouts, locked in our meals, and learned how to manage fatigue without falling off. It's the small wins that keep stacking up every week.
Next week, we're aiming to level up our training intensity, make sure recovery matches the effort. We're in this for the long game.
If you're following along, don't give up now. The results will come after the routine becomes normal. Stay consistent, comment your own progress below, and we'll see you in week 4.